We cannot let whatever is going on with this economy stop us. We have to keep pushing. So in this video, I'm just going to give you one place. If you're trying to move, if you're trying to get a new job, if you're trying to go into a different career, if you're in technology, anywhere you are right now and you want to move somewhere to make money, this is the video for it. Have you seen the job layoff? Are you watching the job layoffs? It's too many. In Canada for February, 80,000 people were unemployed. 80,000 people lost their job. What are we going to do? What are you going to do? You cannot sit down and let these corporations and companies make you work with anxiety. Oh, am I going to lose my job today? Am I going to get laid off today? Am I going to go on leave? Am I going to move from full-time to part-time? We cannot live like this. And this is the time in life where if this is not working for you, maneuver quick to something else. Don't wait. If you wait, you will feel lazy. Your body will wear down. Your mind is racing. You're thinking so much. Everything is going to be chaotic for you if you just wait on a company to make your life better. You have to go out there and make your life better yourself. You have to scale up your life. You have to keep on upgrading yourself. And I know it's something that is very difficult because you went to school. You go to school for 3, 4, 5 years. You spend 3, 4, 5 years in school and you're done and you're like, oh my God, I can't keep doing this in order to keep up with the economy. And it's understandable. I feel the same way. I went to school twice and I still have to keeping up with the economy and with the demand. And it's not fair. I get it. It's not fair. But it's also a life lesson for us. We cannot just be stagnant. We have to push ourselves sometimes. And when I say we have to push ourselves with no stress. However, we can push ourselves to see how far can we go? How much can I change? There are some people who's moving from nursing into technology and who move from technology into nursing. We have to make changes. And the only skill you need right now is data. Data. Learn data. Everything you can know about data, you should be learning it. Data scientists, data analytics, how to wrangle data, how to visualize data. Learn data. Get so good at data, you will be fine. If you want a head start, learn Tableau. Tableau is a tool where you can visualize data. Everything in this world right now operates on data. Everything you touch, it can be from finance to healthcare to technology, everything that you touch in schools, the education system, everything is collecting data. Data is the number one field that you need to be in right now. And this will guarantee you a job. This will guarantee you a job. Data. I cannot stop stressed how much data will help you. Learn Tableau, learn Excel. Learn Tableau, learn Excel. These two things, these two skills can be so good. These two skills can get you a job. It doesn't matter which field you're in. Just learn data. Excel does not take long. You can spend one weekend or probably one whole day and learn Excel. So there are a lot of channels on YouTube where you can learn Excel. Just get a good YouTube channel like these ones here and just spend one day and learn Excel. When you finish learning Excel, you can spend about a day or two and learn Tableau. Tableau is a very, very powerful tool. I wouldn't advise people to learn Power BI. Power BI can get a little bit intimidated. I think It's they don't have a free tool yet for Mac. Don't quote me on it, but I don't think Power BI have a tool for Mac. And also Power BI, it's very tight knit with Microsoft, so you probably might have to pay to use it, or you can get free subscription. But you don't really need BI. You can learn Tableau and then move over the free subscription to BI and use it. As I said previously, you may need to get a Windows computer to use BI, or you can learn Docker, and Docker can make you put certain Windows app that is not for Mac. You can use that on your computer and learn how to use Power BI. I kind of like Tableau, and a lot of companies use Tableau as well. So go over to Tableau and learn Tableau. You can do it online. You can download Tableau on your desktop. A lot of companies are looking for people to visualize their data. Once you finish with Tableau, you can learn SQL. You don't need the advanced SQL where you have to learn how to program in SQL. However, if you want to take that step, it's called PLSQL. So if you want to move from SQL to the programming side of SQL, then you can do that. But SQL is a language that you use to manipulate data, basically. And every company needs someone to manipulate data. For example, AI. AI works on data, right? If you don't have data, there is no AI. So why not just learn data instead of learning AI? I know a lot of people don't like AI, including myself. I would not learn AI. Why? Because I don't like math and I don't like statistics. I don't like calculus. I don't like that side. So I know that AI, machine learning, that's not going to be my cup of tea. However, I do love data. I love data a lot. I spend at least 1-2 hours every single day working on data stuff, and particularly SQL and PLSQL. I learn a lot about this and I love it. I learn a lot about it and I love it. I love data wrangling, data manipulation, data visualization. It's nothing more. I get a rush. Like, it's a dopamine rush when you're working with large amount of data and you write in a few commands and you get exactly what you want from that one little command, one little statement that you wrote. So I enjoy data. I enjoy data very much. And I know a lot of people, and I'm telling you, you will enjoy it yourself. So how can you start working with data? Where can you get data to practice? One, there's a site called Kaggle. You can download any type of CSV file or Excel file. You can download it and it comes with a lot of data. So you can take that data and chuck it in PostgreSQL. Me personally, I like Oracle, so I work a lot on Oracle, and Oracle has free databases that you can use. I think they have a HR schema and they have employee, a business type schema that you can work with. So Oracle has a whole bunch of database. When you download their piece of software, you can get a lot of free data to work with, or free databases to work with. I like using Oracle a lot because of the free databases. But if you want to get more advanced, it's always good to bring in your own data. So you create your schema, you create your own database, you create your own tables, and you take the data that you get from Kaggle and you put it into the database. The next one is Microsoft. Microsoft has a good, very, very, very good database. It's called Microsoft Server. And Microsoft Server is the same as Postgres. I don't think they have an example database. You have to create everything from scratch. Now, I like using Microsoft Server as well, but when it comes to the programming side. So basically, with Microsoft Server, you take in data from an Excel file and you write in the code to input the data properly into the database, right? So you have this little if else statement, you have little switch case statement, and that when you move from the basic of SQL and you go to the advanced SQL, you would get introduced to stuff like C and Python, right? They would open up these doors for you, and they would open it up naturally. Because when I started with SQL, it naturally kind of like open up C type language. And most languages or most programming languages, they have a little C. It's C based, right? So if you know C, then something like PLSQL, or maybe like the coding concept, like if this happened, then do this, right? Or in case this happened, then do this, right? So you have statements, conditional statements. So all of these things you would learn. For example, if you're setting up a database, you would learn that, okay, when it's at this time, or when it's at 9 o'clock, then the database should be down, or shut down the database, or put certain stuff into batch mode, or read logs. So you can do all of this with writing code, and this type of concept will come to you naturally once you master SQL. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you want to put in the database. So as time goes by, it will open you up to different programming languages, especially PLSQL. Now, once you finish with that part, right, the database part, then you can move on to taking that data that you got from the database and push it into Tableau, visualize the data. So for example, if you get a database or an Excel file from, let's say, a grocery store or a retail store, right? You put that into the database. That should tells you how many products are being sold, how many products are not being sold, and then the company needs to stop by it. How many products is sold at a particular time of the year. So doing these things is fun to me. And it also secure you in this job market. Data is something that will never go away. Every company that comes out, it can be something little, like a company little like a hairdressing company or a bakery. They need to collect data. They need to know, okay, what type of products are selling more, which clients are coming more often, which clients can I send out emails to. I haven't seen them in a long time, so you know what, maybe I send out some type of email with a coupon to get that client back, right? Now, the next thing with databases, why I always say to learn data. Database and data is something that you can do on your own. You can make a lot of money working by yourself. And this is what I mean. If you know how to set up a proper database, you can make money by going to different companies and offering them a database. Every company wants to know how their business is going, how their customers are going, how their customers are spending their money. Every company wants that. Every company would want a database. Saving stuff on an Excel file and you have to go through so much to find when was the last person appointment. A lot of companies don't like that. And we are moving forward where you want to also, companies also want to give their clients something on the technology side. So for example, you can book appointments online. You don't need to call. You can see your schedule online. You don't need to go to the HR office. You know, companies want to give their employees and their clients some type of online space to do things. So even if you create a simple database for them where they can take customers' information and have it securely or have it on the cloud, every company wants that. Every company wants access to data fast. They want to see things in real time. Nobody wants to flip pages looking at stuff or looking for different type of things. That's the next thing with database. You can make a lot of money on your own. You don't need a job. Basically, you don't need a job. I set up many databases for different companies already, and small companies. You don't need to go to big companies. Go to small companies and say, look, I can set up this database for you. I did one for a clothing store. So learn data. You would learn a lot and make a lot from knowing how to deal with data and databases. The next thing that you may want to work on, which you don't have to, is cloud. Cloud is something that a lot of companies are using. They enjoy the cloud. And when I say they enjoy the cloud, they enjoy data in quick access from anywhere. So you can learn Azure. A lot of companies are using Azure and AWS. But I would say go with Azure because it's free to learn Azure. You just have to get a Microsoft Learn account and you learn Azure. So learn data if you want to stay relevant, if you want a job, if you want to gain a skill, even if you're bored. There's no harm in learning data. I know a lot of people quick to learn AI, but there's too many people out there learning AI, and it's where the job market is kind of going for now, but I don't see AI lasting so long in the job market or in this field. Mainly because it's a lot of people is realizing how expensive it is to keep using AI. A lot of companies, they noticing that AI is a very heavy tool. They have to pay a lot to use it. And also you have to keep in mind that cloud computing or cloud is very expensive to maintain as well. Right. So a lot of people, they're losing a lot of money by incorporating AI and incorporating cloud. And the job market is so bad. Not a lot of people is working. Not a lot of people is willing to put money to buy new products or get new products. So a lot of companies, they're losing customers. So it's just like, what's the point of paying for AI and paying for cloud and there is no clients, no customers, right? So I wouldn't necessarily tell you to learn AI. If you want to learn a little bit of AI with data, that's the way to go. But AI, no AI, cloud, no cloud, data will still be there because you have data on premises and you have data on the cloud. So if the company decides that, okay, you know what, I'm not going to use the cloud anymore to store my data, then they would have to move it on premises. You still have to use data. You still have to use SQL. You still have to manipulate the data. So data will still be here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years to come, unless something else came up and data is not needed. But I don't see that in the future. So learn data and you will be perfectly fine in this economy. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and your like, subscribe, and share will keep me going, keep me creating this video. So I'll see you in the next video.